everybody, how are you? Welcome back to the channel. This is Crystal and this is Lone Star Planner Girl. I have kind of a different plan with me today, and you'll have to bear with me. I'm still trying to find the perfect setup and perfect place to film in our new place. So if it gets a little noisy, I apologize. But today I've got something a little bit different. You might notice that this is not a cousin. It is significantly smaller than a cousin. And that is because I have moved out of my cousin. I had fully intended to continue on in the cousin size because my unicorn planner is an all-in-one. I don't like using multiple different kinds of planners, but in this particular case, I just couldn't make the cousin work for me. As you know, I homeschool, or well, you know if you've seen very many of my videos. And I was trying to make it work to where I could have my weekly planner like this in the weekly section of the cousin, and then I was trying to make our lesson planning work in the daily section along with some sort of Bujo style notes and everything, and it was just getting very unwieldy, and I realized I don't actually really like carrying the cousin around. Even the avec is kind of heavy. I'm just finally reaching the stage with my youngest where I don't have to haul a diaper bag everywhere anymore, and I'm not a super girly girl, and so my preference is to carry really small bags, just basically big enough for my wallet and my phone, but I like to carry my planner with me. And so it kind of came back to the A6 for me. I was in an A6 for quite a while a few years ago before I found Hobonichi. I was in an A6 traveler's notebook, and I love this size. It is just, something about it just clicks for me. It just feels right. And I've used various inserts and various types of planners within that size, but A6 is just home for me, for lack of a better term. So I decided to go back. I wanted to stay with Hobonichi. I'm in love with the paper, I'm in love with the design, I'm in love with the company. I think they're brilliant. So I wanted to stick with Hobonichi. So I went with the Techo, the original. But I need something in my brain needs this weekly view, the vertical week on 2-page spread. Even if I'm not using it as I was in the cousin, something about my brain, when I want a weekly overview, I want this. So I went ahead and got this. This is the weekly calendar supplement that you can get. And it's a little bit smaller than the Techo. It's designed to fit into the back pocket of a Hobonichi cover. So it's a little bit smaller. I think technically it's closer to an official pocket size than the actual Techo itself, but I love this. And I've completely revamped my planning. It is totally different now. It's completely different from what I was using before. I am now in this for kind of my weekly overview and that sort of thing, and I'm in the Techo, which is monthly and daily pages. The monthly for tracking appointments and finances, and then the daily for tracking my daily schedule and daily to-dos. And it has been a few weeks since I switched, honestly. And it has been sort of an adaptation period, but I'm fairly comfortable with it now. So I wanted to go ahead and switch over my Plan With Me's to what I'm actually using right now. The last couple of Plan With Me's that I've done are actually just blank. I didn't use them at all in my cousin. I filmed them for the channel, but I was already in my A6. So what I've got here is a Mandy Lynn Plans A6 weekly kit. This was actually from several months ago. I think this is the Pastel Peony. I can't remember. I'll link it below. I think it's the Pastel Peony set, but it was too pretty, and it's still really hot here where I live in Indiana, so I didn't really want to go quite into the fall stuff yet because it doesn't feel like fall. So we're just gonna do this, and I'm gonna show you how I use this view specifically in my planning system now. And as you can see, I had stickers on here already that I decided I didn't like very much, and I pulled them off, but they were not technically removable. So yeah, we're just gonna throw more stickers up on top of that and it'll be fine. Anyway, this is the week of September 9th through the 15th. And we are just gonna get going here. And just throw this down here. And I am doing this piece first simply because there's a bunch of sticky left on here from the stickers that I pulled off. And it keeps catching my hand as I go to mess with it. Because like I said, I had another sticker set on here. I will have to film a hack for you guys. I discovered something wonderful about this size that I didn't realize. Specifically in this book, the Hobonichi Weeks kits fit almost perfectly. The ones that have top and bottom washi fit almost perfectly in this. So that is really convenient. I had tried a week's briefly. I was trying to make a week's work as a sort of wallet planner. And it just, the space is not at all conducive to my style of planning at all. I am not a horizontal week planner. I love the look of it. It's beautiful as a planner. It's just completely not functional for me. So, A6 it is. We're all good. She always sends a freebie along with whatever kits you buy, and she is very kind enough to match the freebie to whatever kits you buy. And I believe she said she did that because she had decided after a while that there were not enough boxes in most of her kits, but rather than redesigning the whole page to fit more boxes, she just decided to design a freebie and then go ahead and throw it in with every order. So I thought that was super sweet. And this is the scripts included with the kit. Do I want it up here? Yes, I think I want it up here. And I have not decorated a whole lot of these weekly views yet, so this is going to be kind of a learning experience for me today, as well as you, because I'm not entirely sure where to put stuff or how it's gonna look. Thankfully, Amanda makes her stickers on removable sticker paper, so not a big deal if you need to pick it up and move it. It is easy enough to do. And I'm also excited by the fact that I was asked by Amanda to be a part of her PR team. And so if you do place an order with her, please mention my name in the notes to seller box down at the bottom of the checkout page when you check out, and you will get a special freebie for mentioning my name as a PR person. So that's exciting, and I know you're gonna love it, so do remember to do that. Okay, and this is the 9th through the 15th. I'm going to put the dates down right now, otherwise I will forget to do that. Whoops. The only thing I'm not used to is the A6 is just so much smaller than the cousin that even sometimes grabbing the stickers is a little bit difficult. You need a sticker too? Mm-hmm. Sorry, my daughter needs a sticker. And a pink one? Pretty pink.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Sorry, interruptions. New house. I can't gate them off from where I am anymore. I used to have a setup in an office, and our new house has one less bedroom, so I don't have an office. I am set up in my bedroom, which my children can get into. So you will probably hear the pitter-patter of tiny feet. Okay, one more and then that's it, okay? Because Mama's using these, honey bear. There you go, baby.
That's a green one. Thank you.
You're welcome, baby. My best friend's birthday, my nephew's birthday. My son has a tumbling class, and one of this week And for this, the grid is a lot smaller. It's the same size as that of the Hobonichi Weeks, which is the 3.55 millimeter.
Can you be quiet?
And I prefer the 01 size for this. I like the 03 for the actual Techo planner. So, just because the 3 is just a tad too thick for this grid, I think. At least I feel. So there is that. And then what am I going to do? I need to, where is my stencil? My little broken Hobonichi stencil. Because I don't know where I put my Dear Lily Design stencils, because that's the way I roll, you guys. Okay, so what I am doing is I am just using this to block off our school time. Not that I don't know when we're doing school, but it just kind of helps me visually to kind of get an idea of what my week looks like. When I am planning to do other things and fun stuff to do with the kids, it's just a good sort of visual reminder for me that I have school to do with my son. So, just one of those things as a homeschooler that we have to pay attention to. We are slowly getting into the swing of things. We intended to start school, and we had planned to start school at the beginning of August, because I don't like going so late into the summer. I prefer to finish earlier in the year and have the early part of the summer. This is going to be right. Yes, honey. I had a sticker there too. Technically church is 10 to 11:30, but since I make the bulletins, we have to be there early so that the bulletins are there in time for other people arriving. So, let's see, what else did I do? I didn't do that this week. I should have. Okay. I need to do that for this week still. It figures. So let's see, would this be? Yes, it will. Okay. So I am going to use this as a sort of header over here. And we are going to put some to-dos for this week. Oh, I need my Dear Lily designs. This Hobonichi stencil is designed for the 3.7 of the Cousin, and it fits the daily pages just fine because the daily pages of the A6 is also 3.7, but the monthly pages of the A6 as well as this weekly supplement are 3.55 millimeter grid, so it doesn't quite fit. And then I am going to do, let's see. Yes, darling. If I seem a little hesitant or like I don't know what I'm doing, it's because I don't. And that is okay. All right. Let's see. Super green, pink, silver. All right. So also what I am doing is I'm putting my list of bills over here because I don't, you know, typically schedule anything in the middle of the night, nor do I tend to schedule things for Saturday or Sunday afternoon, at least not things that would actually need to be like scheduled in my planner. So we are going to go with I'm going to keep true to the, I really like what Amanda's been doing lately on her plan with me's. She has been doing a color per day, so that everything that you put in this day is all the same color, and I think that's genius.
I can't take a picture. I can't take a picture.
Okay, honey, not right now, sweetie. I really need to figure out where I put my Dear Lily Designs stencil. Because having to move this every couple of squares is somewhat irritating.
Mommy. Oh, thank you for my picture.
You're welcome, honey.
Mommy, there's no pictures here.
Alright, note to self, only be filming these during nap times anymore. Unfortunately, my youngest is almost 3 and she is starting to drop naps.
Come.
Which means having a reliable time without her underfoot is not possible. That's okay. We'll make it work. Alright, so what am I going to do here? I'm going to put green, pink,
Okay.
silver,
My pieces.
green. Ah! Wait. Here's another one. Pink. Alright, so that is school. I don't really need sticker labels for this, but it's so cute. I just want to put stickers everywhere in this. Alright, got that marked, and let's see, I have got, I'm gonna go ahead and put the to-do thing right here, and, aw, I didn't realize there was a church sticker already here. I'm gonna use that. Have another green one, because there is a pretty, what's wrong with your Kindle, honey? Here. Ta-da! Alright. I do need to do grocery shopping on Saturday, which I usually do pick up at 7. And for those of you that think that that's an ungodly hour, it is. However, my daughter wakes up between 4:30 and 5 o'clock every day. So, I would rather get out and get what I need done and be back in time for whatever nap she should decide to take. Should she decide to take one. Let's do... I'm just gonna go sticker crazy. I don't normally plan like this. I'm normally quite minimal when it comes to stickers, but since I'm not fitting as much in my weekly view as I used to, I'm finding that I enjoy having pretty things in its place. Whereas before this was mainly functional, it is now decorative as much as it is functional, because I'm using a lot of what I used to do, the to-do lists and things like that, on my daily pages. So that's fun. I'm so not used to having these. I drew all these. Well, there you go. There you go, people. And that is totally completely off. We'll make this work. We'll make this work. Hang on. Sorry, you just saw my head on that. Alright. And I am going to I'm just going to rip this one little off of here. Like washi. Tear it like washi. So that I can there we go. It's not perfect, but it'll leave. I'm gonna leave the nails. I can actually do this.
I didn't have something now.
There we go. That is what this looks like, and then I'm going to show you how I move it onto, oh, hang on, let me do this real quick. Okay, so here is my Techo, and for this, I reference this, and I love being able to just have this sitting open where I can see it. That's one advantage this has over the Cousin. Zoom out just a little bit. There we go. I'll set that there so that I can reference that as I work through the week. Okay, so what I have discovered so far that I really like doing with this, I had stamped the days of the week, but I don't really like how that looks. The ink kind of didn't play too well with the Tomoe River paper, so I have discovered that these Cousin kits that I got from Mellow Paper Studio, the day covers actually fit this almost perfectly. So what I'm going to do is just cover over this, and it will not be perfect. As you can see, there's a little bit peeking out down here and a little bit of the box peeking out on top, but it's not so bad that I can't handle it. And oh wait, that's my skinny pen. I need my thicker pen. I like my thicker pen on this, on the daily pages. It just kind of fits better to me. So then what I can do is do it like this. And again, it's not perfect, but it's functional, which is the important thing. That's easy enough to fix. Just tossing this up here. I like having this area up here just for my priorities for the day. And so I am going to be putting this here for my to-do list. Kind of staggering this right under there. It peeled up a little bit of my page, but I'm fixing to slap another sticker right on top of it. So ask me if I care. There we go. I'll use this for something else. And then I have been taking a couple of these bigger stickers just to cover up the Japanese at the bottom. I fully respect that this is a Japanese company, and I think their culture is beautiful and admirable, and I've loved learning a little bit more about it, partly and because of my love of these planners, but I can't read it, therefore it's useless, and it kind of drives me insane having it down there not knowing what it says. So I am just OCD enough that makes me crazy. So what I am going to do is just cover it up at the bottom. And the reason I get the Japanese version instead of the English version is I actually really don't like the look of the English version with just the black and white. I like the subtle color changes of every month, how the print is different, and I like this little section up here, which is not in the English version. And I also preferred the 3.7 grid rather than the 4mm grid, which I realize is a fairly small amount, but for my rating, this is just better. So that's why that. On this. And we're just gonna mix and match again. I was gonna make it day, but the pinks aren't the same. This is a much lighter pink than this is, and that will also make me crazy. And pop that down right here. Just a smidge. Write a little quote there or something for myself. And I won't do the whole week on camera simply for sake of time, but that is what I do to set up each day so far. It's working out pretty great. I haven't gotten any of there's even less for the A6 out there than there is for the cousin, and I haven't gotten any of the daily header kits because it goes all the way across. They seem to be designed mostly for the English planner, which doesn't have anything up here, but I use these. I like these. They're an important part of my planning day, and I don't like that being covered up. So that's why I discovered this little trick, and I am quite pleased with how that's going so far. And then I just basically do the same thing that I did on my weekly. Block off our school time, and the difference is on this view, I will add in a lot more detail. I will add in my daughter's naps. I will add in our meals. So forth and so on. And the reason I'm doing this by hand is because these are just a tad wide. When they go over here, they would really need to stop right about here for this column. So I don't want to use a sticker there. But this would be for school. I'll record right here what time my daughter actually wakes up, and then I will mark nap time when we've normally taken it, which she's been fighting lately, and then I'll record when she actually naps after the fact. And then we'll do dinner at 5. I'll usually do lunch between school and nap time, obviously, and then the kids' bedtime. And then what I will do, and I will, please don't laugh at my silly sketches, but I don't have a stencil for this. And then I'll record when I meal plan. I'll record whatever it is that I decide to put on that day. I usually don't meal plan until the Sunday before. Sometimes the Saturday. But I'm filming this before I do that, so now this will fit this grid perfectly because this is the larger grid. So what I will do is just pop on some check boxes for a to-do list, and I can always add more if I need them, so I don't do too many. And then my goal is at the end of the day, if I haven't needed to use this space, I can write a little like journaling blurb right here, and I'll put my priorities for the day there. And I will just do the same thing on this side, and I will do this for every day of the week. And what I'm doing right now is I'm setting up kind of the bare bones of the week ahead of time. So I'll go through after I finish filming this and finish the rest of the week out, just for the sake of time. I won't make you guys watch that. And then like the night before, I'll come in and fill in my to-dos and my priorities, and you know, if anything has changed about the schedule, get any more detailed about that. This day he has tumbling. And so forth and so on, all the way through the week. And I think the biggest adjustment was for me not having all of my to-dos in my weekly view, as I did with the cousin. That's how I've been accustomed to planning for quite some time. So that was definitely a change, but now that I've got this, I'm finding it actually helps me to focus on what needs to be done every day. I can leave this laying open and it doesn't take up a whole lot of space on my desk or on the kitchen table or wherever I am. And I can just check my list off without feeling overwhelmed by the week. And then here I still have my overview as far as timing and what needs to get done. And if I need to look ahead to do anything, I can easily see at a glance the whole week. And I can still put my weekly priorities here, my meal planning and my bills, which were the big kind of three things that I did in my weekly view of the cousin. So it's really working well for me. Here is my monthly view. Now the monthly view is obviously a lot more crowded because it's so small. And I actually used stickers this time, which I don't normally do. But for the sake of organization and making cuteness, I decided to go ahead and use them for this month. And I really like how it looks. So I'm going to attempt to continue to do that. The gray highlights are my bills, and then all of these are the various events and things that I've got going on this month. And I really like being able to kind of see everything at a glance there as well. So that is what it looks like. What I can do when I'm building this, I actually have this set off to the side so I can see to pull over what I need to for my week. And then when I go to do my daily pages, I can set this off to the side, flip over to my dailies, and fill them out while looking at this. And overall, that seems to be a really good system for me. And the great thing about this is it is a little bit smaller, as you can see, than the planner. And it is actually designed to tuck into the back pocket that is in Hobonichi planners, but I, at this time, do not have a clear cover. I have, I forget the name of this one. And it doesn't have the slit in the back to be able to reach the back pocket. So what I have instead done is just slipped it into the front there. I have the full year for now that I picked up for cheap this summer since it was halfway through the year. I have ordered the Avec for next year. This works fine. I have no complaints with it. However, I do carry it in my purse, and while it's not super heavy, it's still kind of hefty. And so between that and putting stickers in it, I ordered the Avec for next year. I think I'll be okay with this one until the end of the year because it is only going to be really the last 4 months because I just got it a couple of weeks ago. So that is what I do for my planning for my A6, and this is what I'm going to be in from now on. So surprise! Crystal, yet again, couldn't stick with one planner for an entire year, so we'll see if I stick with this next year or if I get tired of it halfway through the year again. For my homeschool planning, for those of you that are curious, I actually found an online subscription service called homeschoolplanet.com that another homeschool mom referred me to, and I fell in love with it. That is what I'm using for a homeschool planner. This is what I'm using for my everyday carry, financial, everything else. So yeah, bonus, it's also a lot cheaper than the cousin, so yay. Thank you so much for watching, and for those of you that have been faithful subscribers simply because of my cousin videos, I truly appreciate you. I hope you'll continue to watch because I think a lot of this could very easily be adapted to use in the cousin, but I just wanted to say how much I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch my videos, and I never thought this channel would take off the way it has. But I'm so thankful for each and every one of you. I am up to 200 subscribers, and I am planning on doing another giveaway when I get to 250. I've already had a couple of shops reach out to me after I did my 100 subscriber giveaway and say that they want to be involved in my next one. So instead of me giving you stickers out of my own stash, which I still will, because Lord knows I have a ton of cousin stickers that I'm now not going to be using, I have some shops who are interested in providing some goodies for the next giveaway, which should be fairly soon. So if you are new and you made it all the way through to the end of this video, congratulations! Thank you so much. Please click the subscribe button so we can get to 250 that much faster and I can do this giveaway. In the meantime, if you have any questions about the switch and why I switched and how this is working for me, or about anything that I've done here today, put it in the comments below. I will link everything that I use, the Mandolin Plans kit and the Mellow Paper Studio kit. And like I said, if you purchase from Mandolin Plans, make sure to put my name in the notes to seller box for your special freebie from her. So thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great day.